Light the beam again. The Sacramento Kings are must-see television right now. This is the most fun team to watch in the NBA right now. They have just won their 7th straight game. They have now won 10 of their last 12. And Sacramento held off 20 points in the fourth quarter from Ja Morant to beat the Memphis Grizzlies 113-109. What's going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. In this one, I got to talk about the Sacramento Kings. They are the talk of the league right now, and this is a team that is having fun playing basketball, and they keep winning games. And this is a team that has not been this relevant since the early 2000s Kings. Yes, it's been a very long time that there's been this type of buzz in Sacramento, but that is what's happening. And the Kings do it again against a very good Memphis Grizzlies opponent. De'Aaron Fox, what more can you say about this man? He is on a tear right now. He had 32 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, was 5 of 8 from 3, only turned the ball over once. Harrison Barnes, 26 points on 7 of 13 shooting. How about Herder? He chipped in with 18 points, 4 of 7 from 3. Malik Monk, 14 points in 23 minutes. And by the way, he hit 2 huge free throws late in the game. And I actually want to talk about it. So Ja Morant, who had a big game, actually had some karma go against him. So with 3.9 seconds left and the score 109-108, Ja Morant walks up to Malik Monk at the free throw line and tells him, "Don't miss," 3 times. Malik Monk goes on to make both free throws. Then, on the other end, Morant goes to the line with a chance to tie the game seconds later and misses. The Kings win. Ja Morant did not get it done at the line, and the Sacramento Kings hold on. And this is a Kings team that just is playing with such great energy right now that you got to talk about them. And this has been a long overdue video because I've wanted to talk about this Kings team. And you just look at this roster, they are just gelling together beautifully right now. You talk about Domantas Sabonis, bringing him in at last year's trade deadline. By the way, that trade is going well for both teams right now because Indiana's had a lot of success. So that is a win-win for both teams. De'Aaron Fox finally finding himself, finally playing under a good head coach in Mike Brown. You can tell De'Aaron Fox is truly playing his game. Kevin Herder, big addition by the Kings. He has been great. Harrison Barnes, you got Keegan Murray, you got Malik Monk from off the bench. And then you got other guys like Davion Mitchell, Terrence Davis, former Raptor. This is a Kings team that has a lot of good pieces, and things are finally starting to come together for them. Look at De'Aaron Fox last couple of games. He had 28 against the Spurs. He had 33 against the Pistons. He has another 30-point game here. You can tell that he is playing with such great energy, and he is the fastest player in the league with the ball in his hands. And he is just producing, whether it's him breaking it out himself, fast break, finding his teammates, hitting big shots, putting the team on his back. De'Aaron Fox is the go-to guy on this team, and Sabonis has been mauling people too. Domantas Sabonis has really come along nicely for this team too, and you can start to tell that this Kings team, they're building a philosophy around Fox and Sabonis that is pretty straightforward. Get shooters on the floor and let those shots fly. The Kings have an ideal shot profile. They shoot a million threes, they get to the rack, they get to the line, and they assist the majority of their shots. Malik Monk is flying around and doing stuff. You got Keegan Murray, who has been ridiculously steady in his first NBA season. And there is a real depth behind this team's rock-solid top 6. Most importantly, you got Kevin Herder, who has been on fire. The Hawks essentially salary dumped Herder this summer, and now he's making half of his 7.3s per game this season. The Kings played a terrible game the other night against Detroit, and they still scored 137 points and won the game because Herder took over. And this is just a Kings team that can beat you in so many different ways. And I want to talk about Mike Brown. Mike Brown has been an awesome coach for the Kings, and I feel like he's instilled a new mentality, a new winning culture with this Sacramento Kings team. Mike Brown, you could tell right from the get-go that he was here and he just wanted to win. He meant business. He was tired of the losing in Sacramento, and this Kings team really needed an identity shakeup, as the Sacramento Kings are doing things that they have not done in a very long time. This is the longest win streak for the Kings since 2004. And by the way, the Sacramento Kings have not made the playoffs since 2006. This is a team right now that if they continue to play like this, there is no doubt in my mind that they are playoff bound. And this is a team that could very well make some noise once they get there. So Sacramento, man, they have arrived. Herter and Fox have gelled extraordinarily well with Sabonis and rank right near the top of the league in dribble handoff efficiency, according to Synergy. The bench has been one of the most productive in basketball thus far. And going back to that win against Detroit, the Kings own the NBA's best defensive rebounding rate. And what's even more interesting is, despite the blistering tempo at which it plays at, Sacramento makes an effort to slow opposing clubs down and limit transition baskets defensively, and ranks second in the league, surrendering just 10.8 fast break points per contest so far. There hasn't been this much fun in Sacramento since what the Kings went through when they had their glory days of having guys like Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, and Bobby Jackson, when that team was a legitimate contender. Whether it's a jam from Malik Monk or even the more mild-mannered Harrison Barnes, fans have shown that they're willing to blow the roof off at any given moment. And the notion of having anything to celebrate, even something like lighting the purple beam atop of the arena's roof after each home victory, is a long time coming, and I absolutely love it. I think lighting the beam right now is the best thing in the NBA, and it just goes to show that this Kings fan base has been dying for a contender. They've been dying to see their team good, and their team is good once again. And yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you put together a good team and it pays off. And I know there was a lot of talk about Sacramento. People didn't know if this was going to work out for them. Let's call it for what it is. They got a lot of flack when they traded away Halliburton for Sabonis because they were in win now mode. They were tired of playing for the future. They wanted to put out a product on the court that was going to compete now, and people thought that they were foolish of giving up their top prize in Halliburton. But they bring in Sabonis, and he has gelled so well with Fox. They made a couple nice moves on this roster, and now you just see a very cohesive unit by this Kings team, and they are one of the teams that you got to look out for in the Western Conference. I can't believe I'm saying that because I haven't said that. We haven't said that in a very long time. But the Sacramento Kings, if they continue this, they are easily going to get a playoff spot, and this is a team that is winning games in many different ways. So we've got another fun one. The Kings beat the Grizzlies, and they do it coming down to the wire. But De'Aaron Fox, another monstrous game from him, and you got to look at this Kings team as being the true great feel-good story of this NBA season thus far. Let's see if they could keep it going and make it win number 8. The Sacramento Kings are actually in action later on today. They're going to be taking on the Atlanta Hawks, and they have the Celtics and Suns. So a lot of good games coming up for the Kings. We'll see how they continue to play to look the part. This is Luca Rosano on the mic signing off. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your reaction has been to this Kings team. Hit a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Please ring the bell for more NBA content, and I'll catch you all again in the next